Hi everyone, my name is Yu Tong Chen, and the photographer that I want to present today, her name is Shirin Neshat. Before we started, I would like to give an introduction about her and her growth-up environment. Shirin Neshat was born in 1957 in a town of Iran. In line with the Shah's expansion of women's rights, her father prioritized her daughter's access to education. She attended a Catholic school where she learned about both the Western and the Iranian culture history. In the mid-1970s, she went to study abroad at the University of California, Berkeley. She returned to Iran 17 years later and found out that the society had completely changed, and is very different from the one that she has grown up in. During her younger years in Iran and under the leader Shah, Western culture was promoted, and this included increased rights for women and opportunity for women. Women could study and work. However, things changed very differently in 1979 during the Iranian Revolution. The leader Shah was replaced by a new leader, and since then, the government have decreased women's rights, such as forcing women to wear face cover in public, and women who refused to do so could face a prison term. Shirin's work was influenced by her experience in Iran before and after the Iranian Revolution, and her goal is to explore the relationship between women and their cultural value system of Islam. The photograph that I would like to present today is a series called Women of Allah. It is a series created after she went back to Iran since the Iranian Revolution. I am going to play a few images from the series, and I want you to look at the image and think about how this image makes you feel. As we look at this image, we quickly notice that there were three symbols that associate with the Western reputation of the Muslim world. They are the head cover, the gun, and the gaze. This symbol represented the stereotype that Western culture has on Muslims, and it also shows the substantial right Muslim women has to undergo since the Iranian Revolution. Everyone needs to wear a head cover, and since then, the head cover is intended to protect women's body from becoming sexualized object from the male's gaze, and it also protects women from being seen at all. The gaze is identified as something sexual and dangerous in the Muslim culture. In the case, women were being seen as objects instead of subjects of thinking, feeling, and acting as a person. This image showing have all the characters gaze back at the audience as a way to show rebellious and wants to free women from all this objectification. The reason I chose this series Women of Allah by Shirin is because this image reminded me of the challenge that Chinese women have to undergo to achieve their fair rights in the society. Women in Asian China are similar to Iran's women's situation today. For example, during the Qing dynasty, women were viewed as property of their husband's family. They have no rights on their children, and they were forced to have their feet bound. Food binding was extremely painful, such as the picture on the left. First, the girl's archbones were broken. Then, the feet was tied with a long strip of cloth into a lotus position. Eventually, the foot would heal that way. That reminds me of the Iran situation today, because both of them were forced to do things that they don't want to do, and were forced to follow the right, with quotation mark, things to do for women under a man's leading society. Both women were treated as objects instead of human beings. Luckily, during the Communist Revolution, Chinese women's social status has significantly improved, and they received their fair rights to study and work as men. It is interesting to me how after the Iranian Revolution, women's rights did not improve but worsened than before, such as the picture on the right. Women will still need to wear a head covers when they go out, and they cannot look at the man directly in the eyes. This is the end of the representation. If you are also interested in the photographer Shirin Neshat, I would suggest you to check out her other work as well, such as the retro series. Thank you everyone for watching this presentation, and I hope everyone have a great day. Thank you. Bye bye.